The purpose of this screencast is to teach you how to start and/or expand your professional learning network, aka PLN, using the social media platform Pinterest. The very first thing you will want to do is sign up with Pinterest. In order to get an account, go on to www.pinterest.com. The site will have a very straightforward step-by-step directions for how to set up an account. Once you have a Pinterest account, you'll want to log in. After logging on, you'll be directed to your home feed, which will contain all pins that are related to people you will eventually follow and pins that you have already pinned or searched for. So, for example, this is exactly what you're seeing on my home screen right now. To get started with your PLN, you should research what experts are on Pinterest that relate to the purpose of your PLN. Remember that a PLN emphasizes what you would personally like to grow in as a professional, so what I have on here may not directly look like what your PLN is going to look like on your Pinterest home screen. I personally feel like Pinterest is a great platform for people who are just starting up their PLNs and for people who are looking to deepen their PLN because of the convenience of their search and browse functions, which may be found at the top of the web page right here. In this search bar, you can begin to explore topics that you're interested in. For example, I may just want to begin with doing a search on education in general. Once I enter that in, it brings me to a page filled with endless pins related to education. So if you scroll, it's just going to keep populating. Even if you end up at the bottom, it's going to continue to populate more and more pins until you exhaust yourself of searching for those. However, at the very, very top, you can also see that you can narrow down your search. So instead of having just general education, you can check out all of the more specific options in this tab area that they've provided for you. So for example, I could click on technology, and that would bring up all the pins related to education and technology, as you can see that it puts in that more specific search in that search bar for you. So now all the pins that I'm seeing here are related to both education and technology. Clicking on the pins will enlarge them and give you a commenting feature, which I would really suggest you start to use to expand your network. So if I click on this, so it expands it so I can see it a little bit better. And then if you continue to scroll down, you'll see that there is a commenting section right here where you can see previous comments, and then you can click on here to add your own comment once you've tried out the resource or any feedback that you have on that research, which is great for expanding your PLN. Also, by clicking on the enlarged version here, it will then take you to the website that the image originated from. So if I look at this, the 10 Google Drive activities, if I click on this, it'll take me to the originating website, which is originally from Blog Lovin', and it will show you where that's from, and then possibly help you expand just in general for other resources that may have been posted on Blog Lovin' here. Let me close out of that. As you explore these pins, you will also want to start pinning to your own boards to save these resources for easy access in the future. To do this, you can hover over the pin and click the Save button. So if I hover over this one, for example, you'll see that the Save button will click right here, and I can click Save, and this window will pop up prompting you to choose an existing board to save it to. These are all my currently existing boards, which you, if you're new to Pinterest, you might not have any or just have one general board that they give you as a default. You have the option to create a new board at this point in time too, which will be useful if you are, again, just starting out on Pinterest, or if you want to further organize your Pinterest boards. So for me, I just have a general Just Teach board at this moment in time, and I want to start a board that is going to be specifically on educational technology. So I'll click this Create Board button, and I'm going to name mine EdTech. I don't want this to be a secret board because I do want this to be a public one for other people to explore, since I am trying to expand my professional learning network to other people around the globe. Once I'm done with that, I'll click Create. And now it'll show you that it's saved to EdTech, and it will also prompt you to see if there are other boards that you'd like to look at. So to locate your pins, you can click on your account symbol, which will bring up a screen. Your account symbol's right up here, and this will bring up a screen filled with all the boards that you have previously created. And once you click on the board, it will show you all the pins that you've made on that board. As you can see, this is my personal Pinterest account at this moment in time. I don't have a specific one just for teaching. I have it all housed here, but I do have my general Just Teach board, and then if I continue to scroll, I'll see this newest board that I've just created, which is EdTech. So if I click on that, it'll show me all of the pins that I've pinned to EdTech, and since this is a brand new board that I just created on this screencast, you'll see that the one that I just posted on here is appearing on this board, and just that one. Other ways to expand your PLN on Pinterest are to follow other people's boards or other people in general. So to do this, let me actually head back to Education Technology. And you would just click on who made the post at the bottom of the pin, and this will bring you to their board. So let's say if I'm interested in this gamification education pin right here, I'll see that it shows exactly who posted this, which is Shift eLearning right at the bottom here. And the board is that subsection which says e-learning infographics. I'm going to click on this one, and this will bring me to the e-learning infographics board that the eShift Learning has created. So these are all the posts on the e-learning infographics board that they have. And since this seems like something that is really up my alley in terms of what I'm looking for my personal PLN, I'm going to click Follow Board, and then that is going to now help populate into my main home screen feed anytime that I log in. In order to follow this particular expert in general, you can click on their icon, which is located on the right side right here. So if I click on that, it shows me all of the boards that this particular expert has posted on. So for Shift eLearning, these are all the various boards, all about e-learning, e-learning infographics, which is the one that you can see I've already followed, and that's grayed out for that, e-learning videos, etc., etc. So I could certainly search for look through all of these different boards that Shift eLearning has, and things that I'm personally interested in, I can follow those specific boards. Or since these things look in general very useful to me, I could just decide to follow Shift eLearning in general by clicking the follow button up here. And now any post that Shift eLearning does, regardless of whatever board that they put it into, is going to then populate on my home screen feed for me to access. So as you follow and pin more and more, your home feed when you first log on will end up populating more and more resources as it continuously updates, relating to anything that you've searched for, people that you're following, boards that you're following, etc. Remember that the key to growing your own PLN on Pinterest is to continuously explore, pin, and comment. As you very well know, teaching is consistently evolving, so it's important for us to constantly remain up to date with those changing times. Have fun pinning!